Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name is Kiara, and today I'm going to be doing what I eat in a day. Apologies about the bare face, but it's early in the morning and I still haven't had my breakfast, so there's no way I'm just going to do my makeup first, because I'm one of those people that once I wake up, the first thing I need to do is eat, because I'm absolutely starving every morning. I just don't know how people manage to do fasted cardio or anything. I feel like I'm going to pass out. But I thought I would just show you what I eat in a day, especially during this time, because we're all in lockdown. So my diet has been slightly different, and I thought I would show you what I have in order to maintain and trying to grow at the same time as much as I can at home. But anyway, without any further ado, we'll just get into my breakfast because I'm absolutely starving. I cannot wait any longer. I'm just gonna have my oats slightly different. If you watched again my previous what I eat in a day, you'll see that I usually tend to put 1 scoop of protein inside the oats, but this time I'm just gonna have it separately. So I'm going to still have the oats, but I'm going to have a protein in a protein shake, if it makes sense, because I'm trying to increase the amount of protein that I have during the day. So I want to put 2 scoops instead of 1, and I don't feel like I want to put 2 scoops in the oat bowl, because it will just taste really weird. It will have just a strong taste. So for 2 scoops, I'm just gonna put it on my protein shake and have it on the side. So I'm just gonna make my oats now. I know that I said that I just don't really like to microwave my food, but I'm absolutely starving, so I need something quick before I pass out. Not being dramatic at all. I like to have quite a bit. I'm just gonna use this in just that cup to measure my milk. I'm just use oat milk, but you can use any milk you want. And just put 300 ml in the cup. And pop this in the microwave now. Oats are ready from the microwave. I just literally put them for 2 minutes and stir them, then another minute, and they're basically ready. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start putting the ingredients. I'm just going to put a tablespoon of peanut butter, because more protein in it just tastes nice. Actually 2 little teaspoons actually, just to give it more flavour. And then I'm going to mix. Then I'm going to add some nuts. I personally like pecan nuts. I'm just going to add quite a few. And then a banana. I usually add frozen berries, but I ran out, so I'm just going to have to add some banana in there. Literally, I can't even be bothered cutting it because I'm starving. I just need to eat now. I'm also adding some flax seeds because they have so many good properties. I'm just going to sprinkle it on top. Cinnamon, because I love cinnamon. I'm quite generous with this. Some low fat, low sugar syrup. I'm just gonna put it on top. Yes. So obviously it's quite full, but I have quite a big breakfast that I like to have. And I'm gonna have the protein shake with 2 scoops of protein in it. So in total it will be 50 grams of protein, just this, plus the oats. Obviously it will just be a lot of protein in it. I'll just put the macros as well for you. But anyway, I'm just gonna eat this up and I'll see you for lunch. Hi guys, it's lunchtime now. It's time to eat. I kind of recompose myself because, yeah, not that I'm going anywhere, I'm just doing it for you guys, so really appreciate the effort. I'm just gonna make my lunch now because I'm absolutely starving. I don't even know why every time I eat, I always wait until I'm starving before I start making food. Don't know why. I think, I don't know, maybe it just makes me want the food even more. So. that's why it learns. I don't know, I just don't even know. Always wait until last minute. But what I'm gonna make is my own version of bolognese with minced meat, mushrooms and onions, and obviously the sauce. One thing, I went to the supermarket and they didn't really have pennes or any other pasta, any other types of pasta. The only one that I had to grab the other day was macaroni. I know it doesn't really match with the whole bolognese thing, but we're currently on lockdown, we're in a period of crisis, so please bear with me because I couldn't find any other types of pasta apart from this one, so I'm gonna have to do it with this because there wasn't any more available. So please don't judge, it's in a very difficult time at the moment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start cutting my onion and getting it ready for my bolognese pasta, my own version. Also the sauces are limited really in the supermarket, so it's not that you can really find all the ingredients, you just have to improvise. But the main thing is it's still good and it's still healthy-ish, and it's high in protein. I'm never really that fancy when I cook, I just eat anything that has, you know, some macros and it tastes good. And for me this tastes very good, so I'll have it. I've finished chopping a whole onion and just put it aside. And now I just washed the mushrooms and I'm just gonna do the same, just gonna chop them up. If you don't like any of the ingredients, because there are people that don't like mushrooms, I've heard. So if you don't like mushrooms or onions, I don't know, there might be people out there. You can just swap them with anything you like, really. Also, as always, as a reference, I always say this is only a reference that works for me, for my body. But if you're looking to lose weight, you might want to check the amount of carbs you put in and reduce the amount of carbs, etc. This is something that has been working for me, as always. So make sure you check with the calories, the amount of calories you need to eat in a day. If you don't know, I always recommend the same thing, downloading the free app. It's called MyFitnessPal, and it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay unless you want to upgrade. Then I think it's like £10 a month. But it tells you, it gives you an idea of how many calories, how many protein, carbs and fats you should be consuming according to your height, your weight, your goals in general. So because everyone is different, so just because I'm eating in a certain way doesn't mean that you necessarily have to eat the same. So this is 450 grams, so what I'm going to do is just use half of this. I just put some olive oil in the pan. What I'm going to do now is just add the onions and the mushrooms together, because they do tend to, even the mushrooms that do tend to cook quite quick. I mean, to take their time. So I'm going to put the mushrooms and the onion together. I'm just going to wait until they cook. So you just go on and be cooking them until they're ready and they shrink, because that's what they normally do. That's why I like to put a little bit more, because they usually shrink. They become very tiny with the heat. This is alright for me, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pass them onto a plate. And just put them aside, and then I'm now going to cook my meat. Let me wash it. And I'm going to cut it in half. And one thing you want to do is just to get the meat directly onto the pan with no oil. The reason why you want to put no oil in it is because sometimes when you make this meat, especially minced meat, it tends to release water as you cook it. And if you add olive oil before, it's just going to get a little sauce, like, well, their water mixed with the olive oil, it's not going to be nice. So just put it with nothing in it and just wait until it releases the water out. You will look like it's burning, but it's actually not. You need to get the water out before you put olive oil and any seasonings, because otherwise you'll just make a mess. So I'm gonna show you. See what I was talking about? It's starting now to release the water, and I didn't even put any oil. So that's why you don't have to put oil when you cook mincemeat, because otherwise the water that you're seeing right now is going to mix with the oil and it's just going to leave a bad taste. So make sure you get all the water out first of the mincemeat before putting the. But yeah, you can clearly see all the water that is evaporating. So now that all the oil, all the water, there's no more water anymore. It's basically evaporated. If yours is still there, what you can do is just drain it. So now you can finally add some oil. I'm going to lower the heat. I'm just going to add some oil finally. Now you can add a bit of oil, and you can start also adding your seasoning. So I'm just going to add some salt, pepper, and really any seasoning you like. I'm just going to add garlic powder because I do like a garlic taste, and I didn't have any garlic before. So add the onions, this, and some Italian herbs. You can mix it all together. So now I'm going to add the mushrooms and onions that I cooked before. And I'm just going to pour it on top. It is a very simple meal. I mean, like, anyone can make it, but I never like to eat anything complicated. So what you want to do now is lower the heat as low as possible and just let it simmer and absorb all the sauce. So just gonna really put it as low as possible. That's more sauce. I just boil the pasta separately. Because I don't think I need to show you how to boil pasta. And once it's boiled, I'm just going to add it to the meat and mix it all together. By the way, I added some olives in the meantime as well, because I'm a weirdo and I do really love olives. And some chili flakes too. I'm just going to finish it all with like some mozzarella cheese. I'm just going to top it up just on top. And I'm just going to eat this up and see you later. So it's time for a snack for me. I've just been doing a little bit of work and now I feel like I'm a bit hungry, so I just took out my hummus and I'm just going to have it with rice cakes that I grabbed the other day. Usually it's just a light snack really. I could have it even with carrots. You can just buy pre-cut carrots from Asda as well if you wanted to, but I'm definitely having this with this because they're literally like all green anyway. They're just very healthy. Can you see? Yeah, so they're just free of fat, so they're free of fat, free of everything. I'll just see you now at dinner. So back for dinner now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some sweet potatoes. I reckon I had a similar meal last time I filmed the YouTube video, but this time I'm just going to add tuna and sweet corn because, to be fair, it's such a staple meal and I just really love it. And yeah. So what I'm going to have sweet potatoes. So that used to be a massive sweet potato, by the way, and I just had to chop it in half. So I'm going to pop these in the oven. I'm going to pierce them and leave them in the oven at 180 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes, and then I'm just going to top it with tuna, sweet corn and cheese. But yeah, I'll just show you the final product in a minute once they're cooked. I just basically took the sweet potatoes out of the oven and I just placed some kale next to it to have some greens because I really didn't have any today. Literally simple as tuna, canned tuna. Literally this has like 30 grams of protein in this. So I'm just going to place it on top of my sweet potato. Literally, I just had this most simple meal because especially I feel like during the evening I just get a bit more lazy. So I just kind of just want to eat, just chill, just do some more work, do my emails, and that's it really. So just to make it like more tasty, I'm just going to add some mozzarella cheese on top. Literally. That is literally my meal. As simple as that. It's like literally, apart from the potatoes that take a bit longer to cook, then the tuna is already ready. And I'll just actually pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes just because I want the cheese to melt. Just have the mozzarella, just creamy cheese on top, and it depends how I feel. Sometimes I would just add a squirt of mayo. But anyway, that is a complete meal anyway, with carbs, including carbs, and your macro, and obviously high protein as well. Anyway guys, that was all for today, and I hope you enjoyed it and you found it useful somehow. If you have got any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment below and I'll do my best to reply. But yeah, stay safe and hopefully I'll see you next time.